I screwed up when we played that last week. I just received it from Bob, and some people didn't realize what the song was about. John Denver crashed his experimental plane into the ocean and died.
Right.
So, thank God I'm a country boy.
Hilarious.
Oh, God, I'm an ocean buoy.
I mean, didn't he... It was his experimental plane. Did he build it?
He built it, yeah.
So he built it. Also, he reached for the, what was it? What did he call it? The jack or something like that? Alcohol. He was also quite the huge alcoholic.
He was. Well, he got a DUI in his own driveway. He did. He hit a tree in his own driveway. That's true, isn't it? I think Bob had a drunk driving John Denver parody song, too. I can't remember. Wait.
So
Country
Tiger
Roads,
Woods-y.
Take Me Home?
Yes.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
Speaking of music, I realize I've been a skeptic about some of these music prodigies who have come along over the years, whether it's Nandy or Thumbs Down Ryan or who's the 3-year-old that played with the Boston Pops that made me so mad.
Alma.
Oh, Alma. That's that little girl who runs around the yard singing.
Yeah, sees music as colors and has her little treehouse.
I don't see her in the charts yet. Anybody seen her in the charts?
No.
Where is she? I don't understand. If they're such prodigies,
I didn't
why
check
aren't
the
they on the
classical
charts?
music charts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's really into classical. She's such a
She's a
little
snob.
snob. I hated her. I hated her parents. I hate her! So now along comes Miles, and Miles is a prodigy, and CBS just couldn't wait to do a story about 7-year-old Miles. And remember now, child stars are on the charts. Kids can be on the charts just like adults. So keep that in mind as you watch the amazing skills.
As we remember a giant of
Miles.
music's past, Luke Burbank gives us a glimpse at a young fellow who could be part of music's
I just want to say, too, okay, for those watching, you can see Mo Rocca there.
Rocca.
I started watching this yesterday, and Charlotte just goes, that guy's creeping me out. And I said, yeah, he looks kind of creepy. Is it the hair or is it the shirt? Because he's got, like, silver hair. I don't know. It's a weird color hair.
It's the entire ensemble.
Isn't it kind of a khaki suit with a yellow tie and a pink shirt?
Yeah.
I just like that. And then she said, he's creeping me out.
It's like Easter
of
clothes
music's
on.
future.
Big part of music future.
This is
Here
my
we go.
trombone. It's
That
called
kid.
a P-bone because it's for kids.
Meet
T-bone.
Miles.
It's kind of
who isn't
subtle.
just
It's really cocky.
proficient
That's what he
on
calls his
kids.
wiener,
It's
too.
cocky.
Okay, that would be a C.
But also the guitar,
Oh, that's incredible.
the piano,
Of course, it's a Beatles song.
saxophone,
That sounds like that saxophone drop we have.
He
drums,
needs to pick one.
violin,
What a great move on the drums.
and those might not even be his most amazing talents. You see, because Miles, who just turned 7, is also able to edit all of those sounds together and add in
bet
his
Dad knows
own
a lot of it.
vocals.
His voice sucks, first of all.
Using sophisticated software to make his own songs.
Come on, his voice
or
sucks.
recreate
No, his voice
hits
sucks.
From other artists, note for note.
Oh, get this.
I walk this empty street on the
I hope Green Day sues him.
boulevard of broken
I
dreams.
don't know for what. I just want him to sue him.
This empty street.
No, your voice sucks.
Boulevard what?
Like an early song that you could play that you were like, oh my gosh, I can actually do this. I can play this whole song.
Knocking on Heaven's Door, I think.
Really?
Yeah, it's easy.
You know.
Oh, it's easy.
So arrogant.
Knocking on what?
Well, easy for Miles, the
Doesn't sound
music
so
Hollow
easy.
doll.
as he goes by. Miles knows a good song when he hears it. And a number of celebrities have been noticing.
Cloud chasing.
I got a serious question because someone on the post said this. They're wondering, is he deaf? Is the kid deaf or anything? Oh, I hope. Does he have any
No,
disabilities? Okay.
no,
So he has
no.
no disabilities? So
Look
he's,
at,
okay.
look at these celebrity clout chasers.
Miles.
Questlove.
My man, my peer.
No, he's not your peer.
Remember those drums? Those were a gift from Questlove
He
himself.
doesn't need free shit.
He's even gotten shout-outs from some of his personal
Why is he wearing
favorites when it
headphones?
comes to music production.
That's a baby headphone
including
alert.
pop star Charlie Puth.
Wait, headphones at a Charlie Puth concert? Really?
Those must be the softest ears.
Baby headphone alert. Baby headphone alert.
I mean, Charlie Puth is playing behind a piano. Is it that loud?
God. Charlie Puth chasing clout also.
And DJ and legendary music producer Mark Ronson himself, who's collaborated with the likes of Lady Gaga,
No, why hasn't he made an
Bruno
album with them?
Mars, and Amy
Might,
Winehouse for this version
what you wish
of
for.
Valerie.
Oh, can't wait to hear this version.
People like Mark Ronson are calling you a musical genius.
Yeah.
How does that feel to hear?
Just very, very, very happy.
Yeah, you think it fits.
So
You're
humble.
cocky as hell.
T-shirt mine.
It certainly helps that
Can
Miles
we knock this kid
appears
down a
to
notch?
have
I mean, this is
perfect
ridiculous.
pitch.
Isn't that what we're doing?
Perfect pitch.
We are, but nobody else is.
Major 7.
D major 7, very good.
Why are you not allowed to grade
But
kids when
believe it or
people say
not,
they're prodigies?
His parents are not professional musicians.
Can we also see him throw a ball?
I'm just focused on being an awesome mom.
In social media, people will comment and say, oh, for sure, dad is this big name producer. Who is he? And they're trying to guess which big name producer is the dad. And yeah.
Now listen to this coming up.
Miles' dad,
God.
who's a software developer,
Oh, okay.
started sharing videos a couple
No
of
wonder
years
you're so
ago
cocky.
with his friends and family.
Yeah, right.
They convinced him to start posting on social
'cause
media.
they didn't want to receive
for
him
the rest
anymore.
of the world to see.
Just post those on social media.
Yeah. A brushing, a brushing, a brushing, a brushing, a brushing.
Ooh, brushing my teeth, pretty brilliant. How'd you come up with that?
And
That
yet,
percussion
despite
sucks.
all this
Really
attention,
relatable.
Miles' parents are trying to preserve at least some level of normalcy for the family.
Yeah, that's why they're doing this story
which
on
is why they've
CBS this
asked us
morning.
not to fully identify them or Miles in this piece.
Oh, no one can possibly figure out who it
It's a
is.
small part of his life, and we try to make it
Somebody dox
separate
him.
from his real personal life.
Our number one job as parents is first and foremost to protect our kids.
By putting them all over social media.
Get over yourself. You didn't
You'll
help
be
by doing this
equally
story.
happy for him, whatever career path he ends up choosing.
Of course, his parents is to protect him.
One of the
Yeah,
commenters
I
on
wanna show
YouTube
you
wants
that.
mom to do OnlyFans.
Current title
Bad
is
looking.
what?
The coolest song ever.
Okay, I like it. How long have you been working on the coolest song ever?
Slut.
Oh, let's hear it.
Days.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
Arrogant.
Wherever Miles ends up career-wise.
No, it's already
he
not
told
as
us
cool
he
as Hey
wants to be
Jude,
a
so it's not the coolest song ever.
musician / coder
I don't know about
/ chef, by the way.
Oh, you think this is cooler than Hey
He's
Jude?
also a chef.
I don't see it on the charts.
He's on the right track.
Not done doing it.
Or tracks.
This sounds like he's.
Sounds awful.
Well, I'll be looking for him on the charts. When do the new top 40 come out? I'm sure he'll be on there.
Every Tuesday. CBS loves ruining little kids, don't they?
I know, it really is. It
They're
really
like
is.
their number one thing. Here's a prodigy, and everybody makes fun of him. And
They
then
know what they're doing.
They just flame out.
Do you guys remember ever seeing a story about a music prodigy and then going, oh, he's on the charts now. I've been waiting 10 years
Just
for
Derek.
this.
Just Derek.
No.
What?
Derek is not on the charts.
He should be.
Can we play some audio of Derek?
I mean,
I love Derek.
His
No, I
YouTube
wish-
channel is the best.
I wish he was on the charts.
I am so good at music.
Now, Derek's the only one that can say that, and I don't get pissed off at him
Me too.
because he can do that.
I can do that.
I'm trying to think of people that were actually, maybe 17 or 18 and they said they were prodigies, because I don't think most of those people even made it. Like, who I remember was a big deal. Remember Charlie Sexton when he was a young guitar player? People
That's
made
very hot too.
Yeah. Well, he was good.
Yeah.
And
oh,
he's done something.
There's
but
that.
He's a prodigy. Is he really proven to be
There is one.
greatest?
There is one prodigy I know, and it's Bruno Mars, because he was getting all these interviews when he was 5, 6 years old.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like the Tiger Woods of music.
I know one. Michael Jackson. Stevie Wonder.
I got to say, those Jackson 5 songs were great songs.
They were.
ABC, The Love You Save. Who wrote those?
Probably Joe.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I'll Be There. That's been a hit twice, number one. Those aren't Motown Holland Dozier Holland songs, I don't believe. Or are they?
Oh, he
Well,
wrote
that's
them
what I was gonna
himself.
guess.
Maybe they are.
No, Joe
Can
wrote
somebody look that up?
Joe wrote him?
No.
No. Joe did not write them.
We'll take credit for him.
Billy Joe Armstrong.
I'll Be There, Brandon.
He was.
Yeah.
he was singing along with, the Green Day song, and I happen to remember hearing Billy Joe.
Oh, God, those vocals sucked.
The corporation
Billy Joe
wrote.
Armstrong was like a kind of not a child prodigy, but he used to perform when he was a little kid. He used to do like show tunes and things like that.
lot
And
of
he
people
sang better than that little kid sang the Green Day. I'm just saying.
The corporation, which is mainly Barry Gordy, looks like they wrote a lot of the Jackson 5.
J5 tunes.
Mm-hmm. There's a conglomerate with
Okay.
Hal Davis, Bob West, and Willie Hutch, along with Barry Gordy.
All right. Well, they were. No, those are great songs. And Jackson was incredible when he was 12. I mean, really, 12 is the perfect number for Jackson, isn't it? Always. His whole
Wow.
life. 12.
Oh, that's weird.
He loved 12.
Oh my God. That's why he loves 12.
No, he was his best. He was really good then. He did get better as an adult, but those songs are fantastic. I bet you they get almost as many streams as his biggest songs. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And they're 50 years old.
Yeah.
All right, there was a new poll out over the weekend, which I don't know how much this stuff surprises people, because I've mentioned before that when they do a presidential poll, I always go, oh my God, because there's only two people can be leading, but I'm blown away when it's either one of them. Mm-hmm. Because I can't believe either one of them is going to be the next president. Anyway, in doing the poll, you'd think that somebody could take a hint, because 70% said they don't want Trump or Biden to be president. 70%.
Wow.
But in the poll, this was, I guess, a bit of news. Trump beat Biden rather handily, because most of the polls have been very, very close, with Biden beating Trump by maybe a point or so, and some debate as to what the Electoral College would be. But in this case, Trump beat Biden 45-40. The other news was the Republican side. Trump, I can't believe how far ahead he is in the field. 52%. DeSantis is at 12%, only 2 points away, 2 points ahead of Ramaswamy. Who is that? I don't even know. I don't know.
Been
who
doing a
that
ton
is.
of interviews. Isn't it Jay Ramaswamy?
I don't know who that is.
Who's that dude?
Seriously, Mark, who is he?
I don't know. He's been out there a lot.
Aren't polls like mock drafts? They're
Yeah,
just
kinda.
endless, and they never really mean anything, because
I think they're closer to the truth than a mock draft, to be honest, because a mock draft is ridiculous. Mike Pence has 7%, so 7% of people apparently are just willing to throw their vote away. Haley's at 4%. Chris Christie at 2%.
Ooh, too fat.
Isn't that embarrassing to be that fat and have that small a number as your percent? By the way, Trump calling him fat is kind of funny, isn't it?
Has he called him fat publicly?
He's made jokes. Didn't he have the thing about he should be running a marathon? He should be running to lose weight or something?
Yeah.
2%.
That guy's got a serious weight problem. Go home, start exercising.
Trump is pretty fat to be saying that, isn't he?
Oh, but he's not as fat.
No, he's not as fat.
well,
but
you know what though? He
I mean, it's really not presidential to call someone out for being fat anyway.
he wears that long
Just
suit
saying.
jacket as Christie's going around flaunting it with the tight pants and tucked in shirts.
Oh, that baseball uniform.
So,
God.
Is he flaunting it? He's got to be. He knows what he looks like in the mirror. Is he showing off?
I don't know what he's doing, but with that softball game, seriously, I would think anyone who ran against him would run that picture in every commercial. Just when you mention his name, just pop it up there. By the way, RFK Jr. in this poll had a 47% approval rating.
That bulge.
Really?
He's got a camel toe.
That's not even the worst one. There's a worse one. Did you hear that? RFK Jr. is a 47% approval rating.
Did hear that.
A 26% unfavorable rating, which is unusual. Most people in the polls have higher unfavorability, or at least Trump and Biden do. And his approval rating is higher than Trump or Biden. And Brandon said something the other day, and I agree with him. His voice cannot be the presidential voice.
He can't be president with that voice.
He's trying to fix that.
He talks like this.
Sounds like he's dying.
Yes. He sounds worse than Joe Biden looks.
Sounds like Teddy held him underwater for too long or something. It's terrible.
I heard him on Rogan, and I just could not stand the screechiness of his voice. It's like he lost it, and he's just trying to go and speak regardless, because it sounds like this.
59% said Biden's unfit. 68% said Biden is too old. Now, I don't know that they asked about Trump being too old. Trump seems a lot younger than Biden to me. He shouldn't, because he's only... Does Trump seem more together? I mean, I'm not talking about stuff he does or crazy shit he says.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I still don't want either one of them to be president. I'm definitely in the 70%. and I don't. What is wrong with Ron DeSanctimonious? I thought DeSanctimonious would actually have a good shot at this time.
Didn't
do people just not like him? Is he just not likable?
He's not super likable.
He's very weird. Like when you see him working with people like in New Hampshire and Iowa, it's just, I don't know, he just seems
kind of awkward.
He seems odd. I don't know.
Yeah, I would
like
say
a robot.
I think awkward might be a good word for him.
Yeah.
Robotic. Yeah, he just doesn't seem warm. I mean, Trump will make you laugh, and Biden can seem like he cares and like he's a good guy.
Point, yeah.
But Ron DeSanctimonious, I don't, and I can't stop calling him that, by the way. I don't know why. Every time his name comes up, I think of Ron DeSanctimonious. Has Trump nicknamed any other people yet successfely?
Ron DeSanctimonious.
Well, there was.
You mean in this Republican primary?
Or just anybody? Any other new ones?
Not new ones.
Oh.
He's pretty good at that.
There's the classic, the little guy for Marco Rubio, and who was
low energy Jeb Bush was.
Jeb
I mean,
was
he looked
top-notch.
tired every time I saw him. It was really impacted the way I looked at the guy.
Power of suggestion.
Out.
So 45 to 40, and I guess DeSantis, I guess it's over for him. I'm really surprised. I was hearing that donors were making threats if he didn't change his staff, but you can't. Can he come back from 52 to 12%?
Sure. Why not?
It's early.
I don't know.
Primaries,
It
yeah.
seems like it'd be pretty tough. He's got some time, but
You never know what's going to happen with Trump and all the legal stuff. You never know what's going to happen with Biden and all the Hunter stuff. So, I mean, we might look at different candidates going forward and not just these two.
I would not be surprised. I know it sounds crazy, but I would not be surprised if Trump or Biden is not running by the time this. If they could be in fully as good a health as they are now and are not running, this Joe Biden, Hunter Biden story is getting so crazy. So much is coming out. It almost would have been better if it came out before.
Yeah, people are starting to pay attention to it for the first time.
Yeah, it's just, and I think the mainstream media feels they can no longer ignore it because the news is coming out of the Congress or hearings, things like that they can't quite avoid reporting on. But I don't know. He's made it this far. I mean, it's kind of incredible. Among the things that was, let me see. There was one thing in particular I thought was very interesting, and I knew this, but I haven't seen many people writing about it. It's the fact that the FBI knew the laptop was real in December of 2019, and yet they discussed taking the laptop New York Post story down from Twitter. And they never corrected anyone when people said, it was disinformation. They never did anything about it. So Twitter talked to people about, oh, geez, this, or Twitter was talked to, I should say, and they didn't say anything. In fact, I think the comment was no comment as to whether or not they knew if it was, if it could be verified. But it's just another in a long line of reports. One today that Joe Biden was called by Hunter in meetings 24 times that his partner was at, which his partner is supposed to discuss, and also that he was on speakerphone for other things. And it's just, there's so much stuff in that laptop. They could talk about stuff like this for weeks, I think.
Yeah, and they keep piling on, and the Oversight Committee keeps calling new people for testimony, so it's only going to get more actual media coverage.
What was the revenge porn thing against Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Marjorie Taylor Greene decided to show a bunch of pictures from the laptop, so it was just a whole bunch of basically porn photos of Hunter nailing strippers, and she showed them to everybody in Congress, but there was black bars over like the nipples and the genitalia.
So that would be political revenge porn?
So now there's an ethics bid against that, or they filed something about the ethics because, they're considering it revenge porn.
What about the prostitutes that were uploaded to Pornhub do you think Hunter got their permission? I think that might be revenge.
That's also
porn.
revenge porn, right? But that also wasn't upload. Wait, you're right. He did have his own.
He had videos of himself banging whores on Pornhub. This is one of those things where I'm like,
forgot about that.
Why? I'm amazed there's not one enterprising person at the New York Times or Washington Post. I mean, if you remember when Trump was president, how many books did Woodward write? He wrote at least 2 books. A lot of people were writing books while he was president.
Sure.
I don't know of any.
He sold.
Really
Trump sells,
good
man.
books.
He sells on TV and books. So.
And Hunter Biden doesn't sell. I doubt it. I mean, he made a lot of money for his biography, which was primarily
What's he going to have
bullshit.
a coffee table of his dong, though? I mean, that's kind of it, right?
Hunter?
Yeah. He did write a book, but
art.
Yeah, no.
You could have an art and then a coffee table from his laptop of his naked photos and. And he might sell some books there.
But since when do
publishing.
reporters not love a story with sex, nudity, crack smoking, cracked up rental cars, getting thrown out of the military?
Roger Clinton must be pissed because he didn't do half the things, and he got bombarded by the media. From what I remember, as a kid, I remember Roger getting so much shit.
He got a lot of shit. He did. I'm trying to think. What did Roger?
There's a big book on Hunter. I don't know what it is. But I think on his laptop.
I think it's Laptop from Hell, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's out there. I don't know.
I mean, I never saw anybody doing interviews for it. I don't remember that book being a big deal. I don't know. It just seems like mostly the New York Times and the Washington Post have been defense attorneys for him, if anything. In fact, the New York Times had an opinion piece this weekend. Did anybody see the New York Times this weekend?
Yeah.
They had an opinion piece about Hunter, that the main thing about Hunter is his father caring about him and helping him through this drug abuse, that his addiction, and that maybe we could focus on this. Now, they did at one point say, it probably wasn't appropriate to be on Air Force Two and go to China, but, and then they went on to say that this could be a great lesson for all the families going through drug addiction. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm reading this. Especially, I can believe it, but with all the news, quote unquote, that's going on out there, really, that's the thing you find most interesting. But if you work at it, I guess you can do it. Find things otherwise, story today about electric cars in Michigan. Oh, let me hold on.
Can I go back to DeSantis for a second?
Yeah.
I feel like this slipped by us. Did you see the attack ad he had on Trump a couple weeks ago?
No.
The one with the AI?
No. That one we talked about.
That pissed a lot of people off.
Why?
Just using AI to use Donald Trump's voice. I understand, but
no, I know
using AI
people are scared of AI. I get it.
Why not just use Trump's actual words? Why use AI?
Well,
if he said it.
I like this one better. Let's see.
Oh, the Kwame
play
ad.
by different rules.
Yeah, have you seen this?
No, I haven't seen it. I heard DeSantis was ripping Trump for letting Kwame out.
Yeah, and then
which is fine because that pisses me off too. I think it's horrible.
And thankfully, we have Kwame's response afterwards. Have you seen his response?
No, I
haven't
have
seen
not.
his response
No.
either. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Why do the elites get to play by different rules? In 2013, Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick was sentenced to 28 years in prison.
True.
He was a stone-cold crook who assaulted police and stole millions of dollars from the people of Michigan,
True.
enriching himself through racketeering, bribery, extortion, and fraud.
True.
Not even President Obama would give him clemency. But Kwame's millionaire friend approached Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
Billionaire friend.
$100,000 later, Trump let Kwame out of jail 16 years early, commuting his sentence on his final day in the White House. For the elites in the swamp, that's just business as usual. It's up to the rest of us to elect a president who will put an end to it. Never Back Down is responsible for the content of this advertising.
He'll put an end to it.
I don't know how anybody could be mad at DeSantis for that, because honestly, that's one of the most bullshit pardons.
Sure.
Mark Rich was the same thing, basically. Wasn't a pile of cash, went to the Clinton Library, and the next thing you know, Mark Rich, or something like that.
I think there's only one person who's mad about it.
Hello, family. How y'all doing?
Oh, new baby.
I just heard that my name had recently come up, and conversations and speeches.
Oh, that makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Let me ask you this. Do you think he just heard it, or do you think he's seen it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, of course he
isn't
has.
that his
He
typical
Googles
move?
himself every 5 minutes.
Look how calculated this is.
He's got a Google alert for his name. He probably does.
No, he probably does. And he's holding the baby. He's holding the baby.
Yeah.
Where are your big babies that you used to talk about? What, you still hang with them?
Big-headed boys?
Yeah.
Heard that my name had recently come up. And
it's a nice house he's in, by the way.
Conversations and speeches from DeSantis, the governor of Florida, and also presidential candidate, and also Mike Pence and his people. You know, I don't believe God makes mistakes, and for someone to mention my name in that kind of high-level
Don't talk about
discussion
God.
and satire,
What's got to have to do with it?
it's important. And so, as a follower of Jesus Christ,
it's not important.
I'm so looking forward to talking to either of them.
By the way, look at the stonework on my nice
they're
house.
Discussing regarding criminal justice.
Yeah, they don't want to talk to you. They're just trying to win an election.
The bill are the first step back, but me, along with 3,000 or 4,000 other people who now have their freedom and not doing anything but helping society and community.
Oh, really?
Would love to have
All
a
he does, Drew.
conversation with them about how they're more just
like that guy Rob Walchuk
more
featured.
where life happened when we got out of there. And so,
Yeah, recidivism isn't a
without
thing
going
anymore.
into Democrat
Nobody
or
commits crimes after they get out.
Republican,
It's weird.
bad or good, I simply say I'm looking forward to calling the governor and the former vice president.
He's not answering.
They're not calling you back.
No.
Let's have a real conversation.
Yeah, they don't want to talk to you.
Let's not do one-liners.
No, they don't want to talk
Y'all
to you.
take it easy.
No, you take it easy. Get out of here.
I love him.
Fucking name
Talking about
fucking mouth.
talking about God. And what are some of the drops that we got from the transcripts of his text messages?
I need my dick sucked.
Yeah.
Signed by
Switch.
God.
Man.
No, he's a clown.
What a phony. Oh, my God. We need to have a discussion.
Okay, let's
Nobody
have a
wants to
discussion,
talk
Kwame.
to you.
Call us. We'll talk to him.
You got your way.
I want to
No,
wake
he
up in the morning and you are there.
would never talk to us or anyone.
Well, I thought he wants to have a real conversation.
Yes.
A real conversation that talks about the things he would like to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Make
What
it
a
happen.
fake, though.
When is he
None of the
doing
3,000
a
or 4,000
podcast?
people that get gotten out have done anything wrong. That's hilarious. Really?
He's just a regular guy.
Kidding? Then why are you asking people to give you money and then you took the site down when the IRS went after the money if you're not doing anything wrong?
Oh, by the way, he's
You
talking
know how
about.
you know he did that?
Yeah.
He's asking
Damn
for
that.
blocks. I need blocks of $8,000 so I can build the house that I need just because I'm America's guest.
And he did.
And people gave money, and then was the FBI or the IRS went after it,
Right.
and it was gone. He'd already taken it out. Oh, taken it out. How crazy is that?
Well, plus he's also acting as though he's helping people now that he's out. You know,
He's
this I'm a
grifting
person
people
who's-
out of money.
Love
It's the
people.
only way he can make the kind of money
But
he
if you
needs to
pay
live his
back,
life.
pay back Detroit, help people in Detroit.
Well, he has to.
Money.
Legally,
If
he's supposed to.
If he's such a man of God, why is he not lowering his balance? Not 1 cent since 2013. So caring and so loving and such a man of God. Wouldn't you think he'd pay back his debt?
You had me at hello,
That's
Jerry
not this-
Maguire, 2000. Ha ha.
He's got a new baby to support. He's got a new wife that he met when she was 12 to support.
What's that baby's name again?
They used to pray together on the phone when he was in jail. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, right.
Fucking boring is that, by the way?
All about, I need my dick sucked.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
let's
gonna call
pray.
Kwame Kilpatrick. We're gonna pray on the phone. Boring.
Dear God, get me out of here because I need my dick sucked. Amen. Jerry Maguire, 2000.
Shouldn't there be a law? And, I can only think of a couple of things. When people owe municipalities extreme amount of money because they steal like he did, or in O.J. Simpson's case, he beheaded a couple people, and they lose these big civil judgments, shouldn't they be forced to pay something? Just something?
Yeah.
We know he's gone through money. We know he's had money slip through his Weasley hands.
Well, he's never lived poor since he got out of jail.
No, he never does.
Yeah, when he was in
Remember,
Texas,
he only
he
got
had
$6 a month. We got $6 a month.
He had that giant house out there. Who went out there and looked at his house and was parking outside and all that?
I think.
What reporter was it?
Who was it?
Oh, when Kwame was down in
Yeah,
Texas.
in Texas. Yeah, working for.
I only have $6 a month after paying all my bills. $6 a month. And I only got 2 Escalades in that garage.
Carlita.
Why don't you drop one of the Escalades? Why don't you live in a normal house like a normal person who doesn't have anything going on except for criminal charges?
Well,
Then you got more than
Carlita
$6
brought
and
in
you're
more than
lying anyway.
She brought in more than $6 a month when she stole from petty cash.
Poor Carlita.
I know.
Poor Carlita.
I kind of.
She was in it with him.
Yeah, she was.
I know, but
she was a
still-
grifter too.
I still, man.
And never forget the parking lot thing in Birmingham when she had
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
parking space
no,
go
she
down.
was fine. She was quite caught up in herself. What's going on in the chat? We rarely get to see a chat. Drew, your boy Carp had a great game today. He did. Carp had 2 hits. You had me at hello. Which restitution have you paid? Jerry Maguire 2000. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Chat's a little behind.
Is that Joe Exotic in Drew's background? No, it's Gibby.
Chat GP, who's the what? The fuck is that?
Of course that's Gibby. Who else would it be?
Thought it was Tiger King.
Joe Exotic.
If I close the door. Oh, no, you can see it pretty well in the picture there, can't you?
Yeah.
Today there was a story. Actually, there's been a couple stories about electric vehicles in Michigan in the last week or so, and neither one of them were very good. Although one of them was about prices coming down, and you would think that would be a good thing, except that I guess it was precipitated by Elon Musk cutting prices on his EVs, and the market didn't like it. Ford stock went down 5%, which is not cool.
See what happened to Tesla after his earnings call, where he mentioned that amongst a bunch of other things?
No.
Went down 10% on Thursday. It's bounced back. I think it's
Tesla's stock is at like 300, isn't it?
So overvalued, but He did an earnings call.
When people were celebrating, it was at 110, and people were like, ha, 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 ha! Next thing you know, it's like 288.
That's stupid.
Not the reason they said that prices were coming down, though, is because the market was being flooded with extra EVs.
Well, remember
A lot
these
of EV
incentives
trucks.
to build EVs, and everybody said, oh, yeah, we're going to build EVs.
The prices are too high on them, period.
Yeah, they're pretty high.
That's part of the issue.
So when you get a lot
can't
of
go
them-
from one to the other one. You got to maybe do it a little slower.
I got to tell you, I said from day one, I cannot believe Joe Blow from Livonia is going to pay that much money for a vehicle because he cares about the environment. I cannot believe that.
No, if the
I also
price,
can't
if the
believe
price
that-
is the same, maybe there's other issues other than the environment that they would choose. But
as
why
hot,
would you pay more,
as new, as fresh, as how much cachet and how much cheerleading has been going on, they're sitting on sales lots for 100 days on the average, twice as long as gas engine cars. 100 days. What the fuck are they going to do? Are they just going to keep churning them out?
Cut the price.
They can't cut the price
in
that
that
much.
article, they did say that. Oh, look, Channel 4 is doing a story right now. They did say in that piece that most of the people that are buying them too are ordering them online and building them. So it's the pre-built ones that they're shipping out that the dealers are like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Well,
Which I thought was interesting. But yeah, the demand is way
not
down.
there.
Mhm. Especially in Michigan, but even in California, they've seen a big slowdown.
Yeah, they quoted a dealer in California, and he said the Teslas weren't selling across the street either.
I thought Tom's buddy's story was a good indicator why a lot of people don't want to have electric vehicles. That was a fantastic story.
What did he say? What was the issue with it?
Well, the cost, the fact that you would pay more because you care about the environment, I just don't know that people, regular people, not people with lots of money, of course can do that, and they think nothing of it, and then they brag about it. But people who don't have the funds to do it, that's one issue. Maz's story was about his friend who rented a car to go to the Texas Rangers game and the Houston Astros game. So he gets to Austin for his car, and his car isn't there. All they have left are electric vehicles. Wonder why all they have left are electric vehicles, because people don't want to rent them, I guess. So he's forced to take an electric vehicle he didn't want. And then he had to plan everything around because he had 2 drives to make. He had one significant drive for the
Houston
Texas game, and then he had to drive 300 miles to Houston. So he had to get charges. I think, didn't he have to get 2 or 3 different charges?
Yeah, he had to
along the
look
way?
them up. He had to Google where to find them and then drive out of the way so we can continue to charge.
And then a charge isn't just 5 minutes. He had to charge him for a long time. And then he was kind of operating on the edge to get to the Astros game, and he stopped at a charger that was way out of the way at a Walmart, and somebody was charging their car, so he had to wait for them to charge their car, charged his, and finally made his way. But he was not much of a proponent for electric vehicles.
I got that story.
experience.
That story caused this boner liner to call in with his own story, which is another reason why I think people are hesitant to purchase these vehicles.
Oh man, you guys are pushing all my buttons today. So, buddy works for GM. They have him. There's a new Hummer opening, electric Hummer plant opening in Ohio or Indiana or some shit. His boss gives him an electric Hummer to drive to the grand opening, the groundbreaking. They drive down, they pass Ohio, they have to recharge. They go to like 4 places that don't even exist to charge the battery. They end up being late to the groundbreaking of their own facility in the vehicle that they're going to be building. It ends up taking them 11 hours to get home. Fucking electric vehicles are a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
209-66 boner.
Problem seems it's the infrastructure.
Yeah, I think it is, Mark, because you can't just have those. I mean, you see them in the Walmart parking lots, here and there, but you're not going to, you need to have these at home, and even then you can't be making long trips, otherwise you're going to have to plan that out.
Well, there's a problem, too. If you want to drive to Chicago and you have to stop for an hour and a half to charge up, a lot of people aren't going to want to do that.
Do you
Whether
think in
there's
the future,
infrastructure or
though?
not. If it was right on the highway, they might not want to do it.
But wouldn't the goal in the future be that it only takes you 5 minutes to charge up?
Well, yeah, of course. Sure. No, but I don't
But
think
the problem
people
with
are
that is
accounting for that.
You have to spend extra to get the car to get with the battery that you can do a faster
And then what
charge.
happens? What happens to the battery? Because the battery doesn't last forever. The battery's really, really expensive. So a lot of people buying electric cars. Do you notice they're not really leasing that many electric cars? I wonder why that is.
You can't. I mean, you couldn't do that. Now,
do you think the battery has something to do with that?
Maybe, but that's one of the things Elon announced on Thursday is that they're going to start leasing Teslas, and he said it's because of the interest rate issues and with that the Fed has cranked them up so high that he thought that would make them more affordable. Which, sure, okay.
Well, we'll see. So what has a better chance of making it in America? Soccer or electric vehicles?
Soccer's already making it. What are you talking about?
Well, I saw LeBron and Kim Kardashian and Serena Williams and Victoria Beckham and Mark Anthony were at the big Messi game down in Miami.
That was fucking great.
So who wrote the script for that? Did all the players get a copy of the script, or did they know what was going on?
He's just that good. Did you
I
watch
guess so.
any of it? That 30 minutes?
No, I did not.
Oh, God, he's so good.
I'm
Bentley
sure
and I
he
were texting
is.
back and forth. No,
It's
he's
just
the
nice to be
best
seen
player.
now, isn't
It'd be
it?
like if Jordan decided to go play in Europe when he was that age after, he took a few days off.
Except Europe didn't care.
Well, like you're saying, America doesn't care.
Yeah, it's funny though the celebrities think that I do not believe that Kim Kardashian went to that game because she's like, oh my God, I have to see this great soccer
I don't think
player.
she
No,
cares.
she just thought it was a thing.
No, it's a way for her ass to be seen.
And I was kind of surprised LeBron went too. I mean, it could be the same reason. I don't know. But he did. I mean, it was almost like it was scripted. He made the winning penalty kick, and it was a great kick. And
It's a free kick, yeah. It was beautiful.
Kim Kardashian got a lot of attention, and LeBron got a lot of attention, and all the stars that showed up. We're cloud chasers.
What I really want to
everyone
see.
cloud chasers from now on.
What I really want to see are the ratings because first off, it's on Apple TV Plus.
Well, there's got to be ratings,
and
for
then
it
you
by
have
now.
to pay more. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, you got to pay
For
like
soccer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're all hounding me.
So you got to pay.
You want soccer?
You got to have that and
No.
then pay more.
That's not how you're going to get the masses to soccer by making them pay more.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure the soccer fans are so intense they probably will.
But what I think is interesting is it was opposite at the same time as the U.S. women's team playing in the World Cup, which I'm dying to know which one got more viewers because I watched a little bit of the first half of that and it was,
we can't find that out.
I noticed something about women's soccer that I've never noticed before because I never watched it.
What was that?
Boy, they have a lot more shots on goal. But the shots are
miss.
The shots are a lot weaker, so they get saved by the goalie a lot more. Like I never knew that, but watching, I'm like, wow, this goalie's making a ton of saves for Vietnam. But it's because there were so many more shots, but they're all really slow.
All right,
but then I flipped over to watch Messi dominate.
I got to tell you, when you bring up U.S. women's soccer, I would much rather watch Messi play a game. If I put some money on it, I probably could get into it. He sounds like an incredible
without
athlete.
a doubt, yeah.
And I'm so pissed at the U.S. soccer team, the women's soccer team. I'm just so sick of them. I swear to God, I think a lot of people are rooting for them to lose.
Yes,
I'm not kidding.
no, there
I'm
are.
not joking. I really believe that.
Nice patriotism.
Oh, nice patriotism on their part. They can't even sing the anthem. They have to frown and act like, oh, God, we have to sing this horrible song. 7 of their starters refused to be part of the anthem.
Yeah, that's not
What
gonna
is their
help
problem
anything.
this time? Why are they always so unhappy? I'm reading a story about how much money Megan Rapinoe makes.
She didn't even start.
No, I know she's not a starter. Why did she give up her position to a person of color? She's not even a starter. She's been on the team 3 times.
I think she did.
No, her position on the team.
Oh.
Yeah, she lost her position.
Well, she's like 50 years old.
I know. So why is she still sticking around, hogging a spot on the team that some other LGBTQ person could have?
Because women are
A
weak
person of
and we
color?
like to be where men don't want us to be.
Did you see the sports bra?
You might be right about
Got
that.
another plug. They wrote another story about the sports bra all because of this.
Wait, this for the Brandy Chastain sports bra?
Nope, the sports bra, which is a bar that only airs female.
Oh, that. Oh my!
They got
God,
another
is that
big
place-
piece written about them in ESPN.
I've never seen anything so small written about so much because that place holds like 50 people. It's tiny. It's one bar. And actually, you know what? I have to admit, I'm happy for the girl that opened it because she put her life saving into it. She borrowed some money and she sounds like she busted her ass and the bar has made it. They have a steady crowd and that's great. I'm happy for her. But all of this hullabaloo about, oh, we're going to have a sports bar in every city soon. And I mean, people just got so excited about it. Like, so what? They're showing only women's sports. First of all, I think that's a bad idea. I think they should occasionally show men's sports. Should we call them back? Think they would not hang up on us?
No, they'll hang up on us.
Let's call just to see if they're still hanging up on people with male voices. I swear to God, all I said was, "Is this a sports bra?" And she hung up.
They're closed until Wednesday.
Why?
Closed until Wednesday. There's women's sports
soccer
going
games
on
right now.
I can still call the number.
Oh, but
Yeah,
no
let's call and see if maybe a janitor will answer and talk to us. Maybe there'll be a guy. There's a guy.
A male janitor.
Janitors are the guys. The guys are janitors. Only guys.
Yeah, that's what
But
they're good for.
Anyway, so Rapinoe, Trudy, that was really shot.
I don't.
The fuck.
I gotta take a few shots.
The fuck.
I've been quiet so far.
You don't have to be quiet.
The commenter on the YouTube says they probably only serve White Claw. It's a solid joke. Yeah,
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Why aren't you
voice message.
open?
Whatever.
Sorry, the mailbox belonging to.
Of course, it's not set up.
Whatever.
Someone has to be there to unclog the toilets. That's another comment. That's nice.
Megan Rapinoe, she came out with this big to-do over, I would welcome a trans woman on this team. It's like, so, okay, whatever. Just because, so it's done because Megan Rapinoe says it, and then she has to go off on Dave Chappelle. Oh. Dave Chappelle is responsible for violence against trans people. She said Martina Navratilova and Sage Steele are responsible for violence against trans people. Listen to this quote. When Dave Chappelle makes jokes, when Martina and Sage talk about it, people don't hear it in context of sports. They're saying, the rest of my life, this is how I'm going to see trans people. Really? Because Dave Chappelle said it, or Sage Steele said they think that it's unfair to women in sports, or Dave Chappelle, by the way, who did not make... Why do people keep acting like Dave Chappelle just trashed trans people? They couldn't have listened to it, in my opinion.
Well, because I
didn't see it that way.
Few jokes they didn't like, right?
Can Megan Rapinoe just shut up and scissor?
Gross. No.
I was going to say shut up and dribble, but she's not a basketball player. Oh. Well, yeah, she could shut up and dribble.
In soccer.
Shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
I like shut up and scissor better.
Yeah, it's way better.
And this national anthem, did anybody see the story? There were a multitude of stories about it, about how grim they look during the national anthem. Can you bring up there's a New York Post story, Brandon? There's like two girls who have their hands over their heart. One of them is singing, and the rest of them just like have their mouths shut. They're not smiling. They don't have their hand on their heart. They're just
when
pissed.
women menstruate, they menstruate as a group if they've been around each other. So possibly it was just one of their.
What happened to the two with their hands over their hearts?
I don't know.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
What are they so angry about? The Vietnamese team. Do you think the Vietnamese players have it so much better? They were smiling and singing.
Yeah.
Well, the story that I saw, one of the stories said that they're the only team that appears to be that upset with their national anthem. What the fuck?
Maybe they have resting bitch face. Is that it?
Well, they do have that.
Have their game faces on.
Or did they later on say, "Oh, that sucked," or something like that?
I don't think they said anything. They just looked grim.
Did they even show it?
No, they don't show it. They don't show it, and that's why they don't show it. They don't show it to America. Fox won't show it.
I got to tell you, that's usually the best part about watching them is watching even the men in in these international games sing their national anthems because they're mic'd really close and they sound terrible. So it's kind of fun to hear them sing these songs in different languages that they can't sing.
Well, these Vietnamese women must have it so good. They were just smiling and singing their asses off, and we had 7 girls who skipped the anthem, including Dennis Rodman's daughter.
Ooh. Wow.
Trinity Rodman skipped the anthem.
Hey, has anybody asked Dennis Rodman what he thinks about that dude jumping into North Korea? What is that guy's name? Trevor or
yeah, I can't remember.
Trevor King.
I so don't care about
this guy. No one cares about this guy.
It's like just eat him, put him on a labor farm or something. I don't care. I'm sick of these people.
He might be Un's new BFF, though. You never know.
I don't know.
If he acts like he likes basketball, I think Un might be into him.
I heard his mother saying, "Oh, please, we must get him home. We must." And I'm like, "No, I'm not doing this again. We did this with Brittany Griner. We've done this with people before. He ran across the fucking border, you idiot.
He wanted to be there.
He's got your genes, and he did that. So you can feel bad. I'm not going to." Trinity Rodman, I know people are going to be so surprised that she has really no relationship with Dennis Rodman.
Her or her brother, yeah.
Isn't that just perfect?
Is he going to end up going to one of the games? Is he going to be one of those dads?
I don't know. The coach said that I've seen dentists at maybe 3 games, and they go, well, how long have you been coaching Trinity? About 10 years.
I'm so happy.
3 games in 10 years.
He's had stuff to do.
Meanwhile,
I
okay,
got so many filters.
somebody explain this to me. Trinity grew up primarily at a Comfort Inn hotel room with her mother, Michelle.
Really?
So does that mean you think Dennis has been living probably in another room at the same Comfort Inn?
Yeah,
or do you
an
think he's
adjoining
living
room.
is he living a little higher on the hog than his ex and her daughter?
Oh, that's awful. That's awful, but not a surprise.
Dennis Rodman,
Holiday Inn.
you know he's blowing money out of his ass. Just out of his ass. I mean, money just churns in, it blows out his ass, and apparently Michelle and Trinity never get any of it because they've been living in the Comfort Inn. And it said that Michelle has, worked hard to keep Trinity in clothes and go to these soccer tournaments and travel soccer and all this. And Dennis, according to Trinity, has sometimes for months and even years not been there at all.
Well, that's not surprising at all.
Years.
How
years.
old is Trinity?
21.
So 20 years ago, wasn't he living in L.A. or outside of L.A. or having big
Well, he
beach
was married.
parties?
He was married to her mother, Michelle Moyer.
Yeah. I just don't understand, how does Dennis Rodman, now I know Dennis Rodman is broke too.
Yeah. No.
So they're both broke, apparently. But wouldn't it have been better if half of his money had been given to Michelle, like most cases in California? Then at least half of it would still be there. But
If she does well, do you think he'll want to be her dad then?
That's what I was asking. He's going to
Show up
start
to her
showing up at
games.
games.
It's like Tiger Woods and his dad.
that's a tough one. Is that more embarrassing if he shows up for the games now or if he doesn't show up at all? I would say he
Probably.
should show up now.
I mean, right after DJ and then Trinity,
Clout?
when they were born, Dennis was playing for the Long Beach Jam. So, I mean, he was in the vicinity.
Right.
You don't remember him playing for the Long Beach Jam?
I don't.
And then later for the Orange County Crush?
I just remember that the Spruce Goose is at the Long Beach hangar there.
Isn't it with the Queen Mary, too?
Is the Queen Mary there?
I thought it was.
I still want to see
I think
the
my
Spruce
parents
Goose.
made us go see it.
Can somebody fry the Spruce Goose for me, please? I want to see the Spruce Goose. I love that video of it getting off the water. It's so cool.
Yeah.
They said it would never fly.
God, it is huge.
Breaking news with Mort Krim.
Whoa, what's going on?
The Hoover Police Department in Hoover, Alabama had a press conference. Did you know that?
Right now?
They just finished it, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, and...
Let me guess. She's being charged.
She was not abducted. Isn't that crazy?
What?
They just
She
flat out
wasn't?
said that
Mark, is there a penis? Is there a rando penis involved?
all they said is that none of this story, I mean, they're confirming, none of the story happened. I don't know if they talked to her or what. I would assume they did. And they say charges could be pending. So they're obviously going to push it up to the prosecutor now to decide. But they read a statement from her lawyer that said, my client...
I'm sure I'll straighten it all out.
My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping July 13th.
What?
My client did not see a baby. So that toddler...
Wait. She fought for her life for 48 hours. She fought for her life. Her mother and her boyfriend said that she physically and mentally was exhausted because she fought for her life the whole time.
Oh, maybe she was against something else, but not that toddler.
What was it? If it wasn't a kidnapping, I want to know what she fought her life for.
My client did not see a baby on the side of the road.
What?
My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person.
She made a false 911 call. Now there's a false police report. You can't do that.
She didn't leave the Hoover area?
No, because there was the question. She bought the bus
Nashville?
ticket to for that Nashville Dong, but she never got on the bus. Or I'm sorry, I don't know if she bought the ticket, but she searched it.
Maybe the Nashville Dong came to Hoover.
Who is the Nashville
Dong?
Let's see what
I like that. The Nashville Dongs take on the Cubs tonight at 7.
My client did not have help in this incident. This was a single act done by herself.
All stupidities. She is responsible for all the stupidity herself.
My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to the community, to the volunteers who were searching for her, and to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies, as well as her family and friends. We ask for your prayers for Carly as she addresses her issues.
No prayers! Stop it!
And attempts to move forward. Understanding that she's made a mistake in this matter. Again,
why does she need our prayers?
This is how it ends.
We prayed our asses off for her.
I'm just going to read the last line. Carly, comma, again, comma, asks for your forgiveness and prayers.
No, I'll forgive her, but not prayers. Why does she need our prayers?
It's a two-prayer plea. She wants more prayers.
We prayed all that weekend.
I know, you didn't even leave the church.
People are getting so reckless with asking for prayers. It's out of hand. Speaking of Jamie Foxx, should we watch Jamie Foxx's? Is there anything more to add about the kidnapping story?
No, that's pretty much it. But,
Yeah, but she wasn't with anybody. I find that so hard to believe. Where was she then if she wasn't with anybody? She was
in Hoover,
camped out by herself?
I would love to know
A comfort inn.
I want to know, Jamie Foxx,
comfort inn.
What happened to Jamie Foxx that he went to hell and back in such a short time, that he needed all those prayers, and in the statement he acts as if, like, oh, look, you guys just want to see me crack wise, and he talks about joke, like we can't see him if he's not joking or something. He's not that funny.
No, he thinks he's hilarious.
He tried to make a joke that was not funny.
He was a comedic actor on
In Living Color for a little
Color.
bit. Yeah, but he's not funny.
I don't think he's that funny.
He's a good actor.
He's a great actor. No, he's a really talented guy. I like Jamie Foxx a lot. I just thought this explanation was shitty. It's like, you could have done this a month ago, at least a month ago.
He didn't want anybody to see him like that.
By the way,
I'm
see
really
like
mad.
What?
I don't know. He won't say.
Look,
I'm really mad at him, by the way. Do you know the first thing he did? His first project that he did, now that he's out, the first thing he recorded?
I couldn't believe this either, Mark.
What?
An ad for MGM's Casino.
Oh, God, come on. Really? He
With
couldn't
Wayne
speak
Gretzky.
to us first?
No, that's how I saw it, Mark. All of a sudden, I'm scrolling, and boom, here I see Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, so he had to speak to us because he had to do the commercial with Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky outed
That's
him
bullshit.
on Instagram saying, hey, it's great to be in Vegas working with Jamie Foxx and Bet MGM. One of the best nights of my life with the greatest person.
How do you go to hell and back so quickly? He was only gone for like, what, 2.5 months?
He's pretty gaunt
He's
looking.
really gone to hell and back.
That's Quick Trip.
His head
does
lost
look weird.
weight.
His head
He looks
weird.
totally bizarre. I'll
Is
tell you
it
that.
possible they put a vice grip on his head like I suggested in some cases?
Very thin.
His head does look thin.
Why you look different?
The only other picture I saw of him actually doing this commercial is he's sitting like an F1 race car. So it's not like he's running around doing action.
Well, he's playing golf at that place.
Yeah, but that's, you know.
They follow him on
golf
every
club.
hole?
He
Or?
acts like
I want
he's
to see
a
him
long
run
way to
some
go.
routes and catch some footballs.
All right, let's watch the statement.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that's prayed, man, and sent me messages. I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through.
Yeah, you better explain it.
And I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates. But to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying.
No,
cracking
we
a
don't
joke,
see you
doing a
partying. When do we
movie,
see him
television
partying?
show.
Well, he threw that party, remember? His I got out of rehab party. Do you remember that?
Oh, at the golf place?
Just no. He remember that story last time that he threw himself a big party.
We didn't see him though. He doesn't show us him partying.
With tubes.
Why were there tubes in you?
And trying to figure
he had
out
a stroke.
What were the tubes for?
Are you okay? If I was gonna make it through. And to be honest with you, my
One of forensic accountant on the
my
tubes.
sister Deidre Dixon, my daughter Corinne Marie saved my life. So
Well, they fucked us over.
to them, to God, to a lot of great medical people, I'm able to leave you this video. I cannot tell you how great it feels to have
Is this the first day you could talk?
family kick in such a way, and y'all know they kept it airtight. They didn't let nothing out.
Yeah,
They protected
except
me,
asking for
and that's
prayers.
What I hope that everyone could have.
I'm pissed that you're not
moments
almost
like
dead.
these. Now, by being quiet, sometimes things, get out of hand. People saying what I got. Some people say
Yeah, because you say you're all tubed up.
As you can see,
You don't know what the fuck's going on.
He's crossing his eyes right now.
Okay, that's not funny. That's not cracking
said I was
wise.
paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed.
You're not funny.
But I did go through. I went to hell and back, and my road to recovery had some potholes as well. But
it wasn't that long, right? Wasn't this like
I'm coming
3 months ago?
That seems like forever, though.
I'm able
It was
to work.
April. It was April.
The people that let me work.
Do you think this is the first time he's talked?
That I love everybody.
Why didn't he talk to me?
We did an MGM thing. So.
All
I know,
the love
so-
that I got. And then, you know,
crying.
I know they talk about people crying on videos. You know, you can do take two.
Yeah, I'm talking about it.
I'm not gonna do a take two. It is what it is. And
jeez, why don't you go cry about it?
See me out from now on, and every once in a while, I burst into tears is because.
Hold on.
It's been.
I do not think you're going to see Jamie. Hey, there's Jamie Foxx. Oh my God, he just burst into tears. Holy shit. That's not going to happen.
Paul on YouTube said maybe he faked a stroke to get out of that blowback for being really mean on the set and that he's playing the long game.
I know.
Brilliant, Paul.
There is something. There might be something to that.
Somebody else said he's starting Sammy Sosa skin treatments.
And someone,
He is a lot lighter, isn't he?
Why you look different?
He does.
Man, I was sick, man.
Oh, there you go.
Isn't he a lot lighter?
Oh,
Why you look different?
Well, I mean, his head shape looks different, doesn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
It's
his
much
head looks
skinnier.
like-
I don't think that has anything to do with the stroke.
Can we get a picture of Jamie Foxx up there so we can just see him side by side?
Just leave the TV on. There'll be an ad for MGM any second.
The only thing that goes through my head is, why do you look different?
Yeah.
If he had a stroke, though, there would be some sort of, his face would be sagging on one side. I don't see any evidence of any of that. Of, like his mouth not working the same.
Yeah,
or
but
his
strokes are weird, right? Can't they affect you in a lot of different
He
ways?
was shooting golf, but he was hitting golf balls a week ago. He's fine. He could have been talking to us when he was shooting golf balls. Couldn't he have been making this video?
Ask your doctor.
Wait, look at those pictures. Oh my God. Can you put it on this screen?
Yeah, I am. Yep.
Holy shit. That's not the same guy, is it?
It's the same dude.
He's transitioning to white.
I don't know.
His face is very skinny.
Yeah, his face.
Maybe he was
looks
using a
amazing.
fisheye lens or something.
4 simple words. Why do you look different?
Hey, he's a guy
A lot
who
of weight.
he loses weight in his face first, though. That's kind of envious, right?
He's going the Sammy Sosa.
For me, it is.
He's going the Sammy Sosa direction. Clearly.
Maybe he's got vitiglio.
Well, perfect vitiglio where everything changes one color.
Perfect. Ask your brother, doctor.
why
Can you
you
recover
look
from a
different?
stroke?
I am gonna text my brother. I'm gonna send him. Let me take a picture.
I mean,
of
like
this.
that,
I'm gonna
like
take a
that
picture of
quick.
I'm gonna my brother. Let's see what his diagnosis is. He is not treating Jamie Foxx. I just want that known. And if he was treating Jamie Foxx, of course, he couldn't speak of this. So the fact that he's speaking of it will let you know that he is not treating Jamie Foxx. Okay, I got it.
I just always thought. I mean, you can somewhat recover from a stroke, right? If it's just a minor stroke where you
Sure.
can walk and talk again.
Yeah.
I just didn't know you could do it this fast. But then again, he's super rich and he was at the best rehab place.
Sure, yeah. Oh, Joni Lee points out that some strokes leave the patient unable to control their emotions for years after they would just burst out crying randomly. I've heard that.
Jason, the only son
Wait,
he's
stroke
got.
victims burst out in tears?
Well, that's what Joni Lee said. She pointed that out.
Jason says, "Well, come on. The only son he's gotten in months is that pickleball game and that boat ride."
True.
If he told us he had a stroke, I would say, okay, I believe Joni Lee.
Oh man,
he looks so different. Oh my God.
Is there anything else in this statement?
But now
it's worth it.
I got my legs out, under me, so you're gonna see me out. But like I said, I just want you to remember
bursting
me
into tears.
the
Gambling
jokes that I
on MGM's
crack.
app.
The movies that I make, some of them good, some of them ain't. I think I got a good one out.
Plug your
You
movie.
seem a little
that I
overly
sing,
concerned
man.
with his
And then,
projects.
you know, somebody was talking about I'm clone. Well, check this out.
Oh my God, when you crack wise.
Because of some great people, I'm here on earth because of God, man.
Wait, now he's talking about God again after that joke.
Wait, what the
I just
fuck?
wanted to jump on here and let you know that
I think his brain is scrambled.
in love.
He's possibly had electroshock treatments.
What?
That's weird.
I don't know. He's all over the place.
Oh, well. Catching us up.
I don't know. It only leads to more questions like, why you look different?
Well, somebody did point out he hadn't been in the sun. And, yeah. It's
Is that much of his color due to tan or seems
I mean, he definitely needs a new phone with a better camera. I'll tell you that much. Look like garbage, and he can turn it sideways.
Really
too,
odd. But
saying.
the question's been asked of my brother. We'll find out if he's treating him by whether or not he answers.
So summertime, a good time to finally go all in. It just so happens Dr. Roche is the expert. He's a sculptor of bodies. So right now, body contouring and liposuction specialists at Dr. Roche's house to create a brand new look for yourself with their invasive and non-invasive procedures to tighten, tone, shape, and contour your entire body. Define your body with Evolve and sculpt and contour with liposuction and create definition with Evoke Face and Neck. They've got affordable financing, too, for any procedures that you might be interested in. Call Dr. Roche at 248-338-1110. And you can also glob up.
Yeah.
And, some testosterone going. Really
All of
perks up your game, for sure. Christina Gennari, speaking of being on her game, she is the realtor who, with her team at KW Domain, has been crazy for the last couple of years selling houses, putting people in houses. Christina's been doing it for more than 20 years. She and her team are ready to help you find the home of your dreams. So when you're ready, make a move with Christina Gennari. Go to soldchristina.com. That's soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate, 248-550-4788. Click the link on our site, and a million people at least get LASIK every year. And just as many probably who are over 40 go in for the near vision problem solver, which is lens replacement surgeries. And the best in the business is Dr. Yaldo. Almost all of his custom LASIK patients see better than 20/20. Same with lens replacement patients who get to throw away their glasses or contact lenses or readers or whatever. It's all about convenience, lifestyle, and not struggling to see when you don't have your glasses on, your contacts in, or you can't find those damn readers. So make the call right now. Tens of thousands of Michiganders have made 800-398-EYES, or go to yaldoeyecenter.com and say $1,500 on custom LASIK by mentioning the program.
Reading the. Are you done? Is there more? I hope there's more.
I had to do
Gotta
three,
pay the bills.
right? Yeah.
Yuck,
No,
yuck,
I did
yuck.
three. My witness.
Someone wants us to play the You Don't Know the Mayor drop while Drew's gone. I would, but I deleted it.
You what?
Yeah, he doesn't want to play it anymore, so I deleted it.
I still have it in my system.
Well,
You don't know the.
I ain't playing it ever again. Yeah. Deleted it then and there. A couple other notes on Carly Russell, the not missing person from
Missing person.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend, who we've heard from before, but he gave another interview over the weekend, who's like, you guys, we got to cut out the cyberbullying to Carly. And I'm sitting there going, but she did this. I mean, yeah, fine, don't bully or whatever. But all the questioning about it, which I think is what the bullying is because of her bullshit story.
You know what I don't understand about the boyfriend is he did the biggest bullying of all when he deleted all of his support from his social media.
Yeah.
To me, that's the biggest bullying because that showed the world that you no longer support her. But now it seems that once she came clean, maybe he's accepting her back or something because now he's on her side. I thought that when he deleted all those posts that he was done with her.
I think he's probably wondering, hey, that press conference the police chief had in Hoover, what were all those private things they found on your computer they're not telling us
What's
about?
this Nashville dong I keep hearing
Exactly.
about?
Who's this mysterious Nashville dong?
Nashville Dong's playing tonight.
She also, it was her birthday this weekend, and there were tons of cars on the street. So she was just throwing a birthday party, having a great old time.
Oh, nice.
So this idea that she's being bullied so bad, and we're supposed to be worried about her mental health, it's like, well, why are they having such a massive birthday party for her?
Yeah.
Who are we talking
grounded?
about?
Carly Russell.
Did she?
Wait, they threw a birthday party for her this
Oh, boy.
weekend?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's her 26th
Don't
birthday.
get any
and
fucking presents when you just scammed the entire nation, wasted billions of prayers.
why not? They just got 63 grand in donations from people to find her.
Really?
Giving it back?
Well,
they better be giving it back.
People want their money back yet, and I don't know if this is a GoFundMe or who is holding this money, but they haven't refunded it yet, and people are like, I want my fucking money back.
Get the
from this
fuck
liar.
out of there. That should be the first thing they say.
Yeah.
Because she wanted money. Remember, she stole money. First of all, she was Googling how to steal money.
Yeah.
Right.
So, okay, so then, the message would be clearly to America that she did a good thing. She needed money. She Googled how to steal money. She figured it out.
Well,
She got 63 grand.
Yeah, but because she stole that money, now it's
Job gone.
she lost her job. Her job gone.
That's right. Job's gone.
Yeah, but she got 63 grand. That's more money than she'd make when she had her job.
Job's gone.
Is she part of this whole kidnapping conspiracy thing where people pretend that they're kidnapped or someone's trying to kidnap so that they can get clicks, though?
Well, that was our
Money, clout, everything.
That was our
It's all
first
about clout,
guess,
Trudy. Did
yeah.
I tell you that?
Stop saying clout.
Clout chaser, I heard.
Clout
Not heard that.
I hate
Clout,
that
clout,
term,
clout.
by the way. Someone always says it, no matter what anyone does. I took a dump. Oh, you're just chasing clout.
Wow. But yeah, but that's, I mean, it's almost like that's fashionable now, and she just jumped in on it and tried to get attention that way. And
Oops.
Okay.
I mean, there are people who actually do that because they've tried other things. They've they've workshopped
attention?
makeup tutorials or
Workshopped.
being sexy, and then they're like, "Hey, I'll pretend to be kidnapped."
When your back's really against the wall and none of the other trends work.
Okay, write these names down because I think you're going to want to use them at some point. I'm not sure exactly when. People were trying to get Stuttering John to say funny names on Super Chats. So they go, hey, could you give a shout out to, something like.
Hey, would you blow me?
Yeah, right, exactly. Except I'd never heard these before. Icewall Oakham, which is Icewall. It's an uncommon first name, but it is a first name. Icewall. And the last name is Oakum.
I swallow.
It doesn't sound like a real name, though, does it?
Icewall's a real name. It's common, actually, these days. And then there's Gabe, Gabe. Last name Athouse, Athouse.
Bathhouse?
No, Gabe Athouse.
Gabe.
That's a clever one.
I like that one. And then there's, what's his name, Jorgen? Huge. Huge, Jorgen, Jorgan. Hugh Jorgen.
That's fun.
Yes.
Like it.
I think John got sucked in on one of them. I'm not sure, but I just thought those were adorable names, especially Icewall Oakham. It's so ridiculous.
It's no Hugh Japanese, but.
I want to correct my math from earlier when Brandon mentioned that we had done 128 shows in 40 weeks.
30
weeks.
That's
That's
30
correct.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 shows a week would be 150 shows. 4 shows a week would be 120. We had 128. That would be less than 4.2, not 4.3 as I said earlier. It'd be slightly less than 4.2. 4.2 would be 100 and. Oh, wait a second. No, because it's 30. So 6.
Well, I use a calculator for that.
32. Yeah, no, I'm correct. I was correct for less than 4.2.
Nice incorrect correction of yourself.
However, no, it's not an incorrect correction. It's a correct correction. It would not be 4.3 shows a week, would it?
Oh my God.
4, 5, 6, 50, you said.
8 is.
I'm lost.
8 goes into.
What is wrong with counting?
I think it'd be like 4.25 or something like that. So it's not 4.3, though. I exaggerated the number of shows you. However, there are holidays.
Somebody was going to fact check you, though?
Yes. Are there holidays in there? Aren't there a few holidays that would make the number of
4.26.
shows less? 4.26. Okay, it was below 4.3. Technically 4.3, though. Okay. It wasn't incorrect correction. I'll take it because I want the 4.3.
Glad that's cleared up.
We'll round it up. And we have to call Andy Dick. He owes us 3 songs.
Oh, boy.
You want to dial him up, Brandon?
Yeah.
Because he won't answer texts.
No, he won't. I tried to set it up so we could Zoom him. I tried, because he does reply to my texts at the most random times, and he unfortunately did not reply. He will only answer our phone.
I've called him, like, after a show, and he just picks right up. And then he won't pick up for a month. So to do anything organized with him is virtually impossible. I think we should just call him, demand our 3 songs. And do you think he's done any of the songs?
No.
No, he'll do it on a
we're supposed
whim.
to give him a heads up.
And he'll bring his slide whistle out.
He did call us back the first time we called, but we were already wrapping up the show.
To actually think that Andy Dick would be dependable, though?
Well, he said, I'm just saying what he said.
Andy.
Why, hello.
Andy.
Is that the answering machine?
I don't know.
My name is Mr. Minnie Dickman, and I do appreciate the call.
Is that the same message, Brandon?
That's
a new one.
After the you know what.
He might call us back. Keep an eye on it. I'll leave him a message, though.
See, I thought he was listening to your funny names. Maybe he was watching live on YouTube.
When I can. I love you.
Andy, it's the program in Detroit. You owe us 3 songs. You said 1 song a week. We called the first time, and you're not answering, and we haven't heard any songs. And there's none online that I'm aware of.
Call back now.
I want our songs. Owe us. All right? I like the new message. See ya. All right, I got a question I think is important. It might seem trite. I'd say it's a serious issue. Shallow thought. I was watching Very Scary People
Oh, yeah.
on ID, the show that Donnie Wahlberg phones in so badly.
What's the episode?
It's the Ken and Barbie Killers, which I think he brought back for the Barbie movie, maybe.
Oh, that's good promotion. That was a good job on them.
Yes, yeah.
But Wahlberg totally phones it in. He just does that stupid intro from that endless hallway. It looks really freaky and weird. And anyway, it was about Ken and Barbie Killers, Carla Homolka, who a lot of people know, and Paul Homolka, who is still serving and will be probably in prison for life, although he gets parole hearings every 2 years. She's been out, though. She got out after 12 years.
She baited the chicks in for him.
She agreed to let him rape her younger sister.
Oh, God.
Actually knocked her out with pills, and then she died. Her little sister died because they were trying to keep her out while Paul nailed her, which is disgusting. She was 15, I think. Then she videotaped when he was raping these girls that he kidnapped and brought home and held hostage, and I think she videotaped him killing them, too.
Yeah, nice girl. Now
She should have never, ever gotten out. But my question is she hot or not? Because she was very hot. When convicted, she was clearly hot. Now I've seen recent pictures of her, because they had a couple during the Very Scary People, and I think I'm not sure she's hot anymore.
Well, how long has it been?
Well, she's like 41 years old, I think.
Okay.
But she's a mom now, and she should by all rights be hot. But I'm not sure that she is. And then I got another theory. Is it possible? Okay, those top pictures are her. You want to bring up to the other screen? I'll show you what. Okay, is that her now?
Ooh,
yeah, I think that's her now. Now, that's not a good face. Her body looks pretty good there, though.
Her hair is
Get a couple other pictures, maybe?
very unflattering.
Sorry.
I really, truly believe by rights she should be hot. I think female murderesses, though, I think that they're hottest when they're doing their murdering, and I think they get less hot afterwards, generally speaking. Just saying. Because there's a lot of, like, Bambi Bambenek. Remember Run, Bambi, Run?
Yeah.
She got a lot less hot after she went to prison, because she got out fairly young.
Yeah, prison is rough. I mean,
I know, but that's no excuse not to stay hot.
no hair color.
You get out, and you got access to all those the makeup and stuff. And
Why you look different?
But I still don't see any pictures of Carla.
Oh, sorry. I just saw the one. There was no other pictures in the story.
Just Google her and then hit
sorry.
images, and pictures will come up. Yeah, there you go. But it's not on our screen here. You make it a little bigger?
No, she doesn't go by Carla Homolka either anymore. What's her new name? Oh, geez.
I don't know what she goes
wow.
by.
She's all yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think her hotness has been, I think the excitement of murdering
Wait,
for a narcissist and a
that's
sociopath
now?
like her. Yeah, that's her now.
Wow, it looks like her face melted.
Yeah, it does. She was pretty hot in the murdering days.
She looks like she's constantly in this state of going, oh.
She looked like that in the other picture, too.
Wow. Man.
So the answer is not?
Not.
Okay.
Unequivocally.
Any other female murderers who were alleged to be hot that we could look at?
Well, Casey Anthony.
Another serious issue, Shell thought. If she's still hot, she's clearly
She's
hot.
packing on the pounds the last time we saw her.
She's gaining weight.
Will we get an up-to-date picture of Casey Anthony?
What about Jodi Arias?
I was to say Jodi. She was always kind of gross.
I never thought she was hot.
Yeah. But she was a gamer.
Didn't she have a moment?
She was a gamer. I don't know. Well, you know what? There were nudes of her. The nudes were really disappointing, and those nudes were around the murdering period, so that would spoil my theory.
When she's at her hottest.
That's the new.
Can you make it bigger? Can barely see that.
There's Mrs. Seaman. She's a murderer.
Oh, Nancy Seaman.
Oh, wow. She's got a gut on her.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last time. How gross she looks now. She's packing on the pounds. She's got a lot of junk in the trunk too.
Wait, none of the pounds are going to her boobs.
No.
Who is that?
That's ridiculous.
That's Top Mom.
Casey Anthony.
Oh, Casey. Oh, yeah.
Another serious issue Shell thought about Carla Homolka. She loved animals and wanted to be a vet. And she would, if there was a spider, she would pick it up and carry it outside.
No, that doesn't count.
But she would watch Paul murder people and had no problem with it. In fact, there was a story. This guy was trying to talk about what a narcissist and a sociopath she was. And so he's kind of struggling, and he goes, oh, well, there was the time when, and then they went to some video, and Carla was describing, this is when she's spilling her story to the police. Paul had kidnapped this girl, and I guess he woke her up to go, yeah, I kidnapped a girl. Oh, okay, cool. I'm going back to sleep. Anyway, she wakes up a little later, gets up, and Paul is drinking champagne with the kidnapped girl. He's forcing her to drink champagne. I think the girl's scared out of her mind.
Right.
And they're using the new champagne glasses, which were really nice.
Oh, no.
And Carla was furious that he was using glasses, not that he had kidnapped a girl and brought her home. Is that not a perfect description of a sociopath?
It's still a jealous bitch on top of it.
Yeah, that's pretty sociopathic.
Well, yeah, it is.
God, and there was video of everything. I mean, that jury, what they must have seen, I cannot even imagine.
Really?
Yeah, and they got engaged at Niagara Falls. So if you go to Niagara Falls, I asked him if he told his girls. Hey, this is where Carla and Paul Homolka got engaged.
I wish I would have known where. I would have gone there.
Did you guys talk about Rex Heuermann's death room? Like the vault that he built?
We have not yet. It sounds like that's where he did all his murdering.
He had a murder room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, should we call his neighbor back?
Underneath the house.
It's great. I think that was great.
Was it underneath? It was underneath
The
house?
basement, yeah.
Yeah, there was a door that went. There was stairs that went down in. Was that in the back or the front of the house?
Oh, you mean down from outside? Like
Yeah,
the
they
cellar?
went down from outside.
I don't know.
And that was the room the interior decorator was not allowed in.
I know.
It's like, yeah, I want you to decorate everything. She goes, oh, I want to do something with that one. No, you can't go in there.
It's just sinister, though. You know, I mean, like the idea that that's there and it's hidden and he's in his little.
As a murder consultant, I
Murder
would
cave.
say it's good to limit your murdering to one small area.
Yeah.
And if you're going to murder, I would re-murder in the same area.
Although police are now looking into his other homes and missing women in those areas to see, maybe he did it. And then
Vegas and the Carolinas.
in the Carolinas, but they showed some of the missing women in the Carolinas, and all I could say is, not his type.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw the same thing, Mark. And I don't know how all the victims, the Long Island serial killer, but the ones that they are trying to pin on him in the Carolinas are African American.
Yeah, not his type.
But could he be like a guy? Could it be?
I only kill African Americans in the South, and up north it's only blonde hookers.
But maybe whatever service he was.
was it an
using.
African American woman
in the Carolinas?
No, he didn't do it. He didn't do it.
Well, that's what I was saying.
He was
Yeah,
hooking-
not his type.
But he was hooking up with them on Craigslist, right? So
Yeah, what is it? Backdoor.com.
Backpage.
Backpage. Backdoor. What the fuck is that? Gross.
Yikes.
Did you see Tom Brady nailed another supermodel?
He got laid.
I gotta tell ya,
Congratulations.
Tom, what are you doing, man? I mean, so many people have thrown loads in this chick.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Was she a team photo?
Kanye.
Irene Shayk?
Arena
Shake. And then
Shayk? How old is she, by the way?
I don't know. That was Bradley Cooper's ex for a long time. But
They had a
Kanye, I
baby,
think
didn't they?
Cristiano Ronaldo nailed her.
Oh, wow. I got to find her who is dated who right now.
I was very disappointed in Tom. I
What
mean,
is-
she's
what is,
gorgeous. She's
what is her
beautiful.
age?
I don't know.
37-year-old Russian.
So that's still a plus minus. It's a plus 6.
You still do better than that.
I mean, he gained 6 years in the deal.
I think he
can do better.
He's just trying to get Giselle's panties in a.
She's mad too.
Does Arena have kids?
Doesn't she have? Isn't Bradley?
Can you put that on the other screen?
Wait till you see this who's dated who, because it's got some people that
no,
you're like, what?
I thought so about that guy, the last guy. In the who's dated who.
So why is everything so small on this screen?
Can you blow it up over there, Brandon, or no?
I can try.
It's because the size of the screen. It has all that on it.
Yeah, true, but still.
Do we have to go off
Stuff
the
going
live
on?
stream to be able to see anything on the screen?
No, just leave it as is.
Whoa.
Wait,
Who's
DiCaprio?
that?
Conan Gray.
Who is that?
Some turd.
Weird dude.
I think she was
he has
his
tendrils.
I think she was his beard.
He does have
Just saying.
tendrils.
He looks like Prince.
Okay, DiCaprio. Ryan Leslie. I have no idea. Rob Burdon.
Wow. Man, she's
Valeria. I don't know
Wait
who
till
that
the next one.
is.
She has
Sepp
really
Blatter.
bad taste.
Oh my God.
What? That old dude?
No way.
Arthur Sales, Cristiano Ronaldo, The Rock.
The Rock?
The Rock is up there. Bradley Cooper.
The Rock was after Bradley Cooper?
No. And Kanye was in there? Ugh.
Bradley got Kanye's.
Have fun swimming and all that,
Something
Tom. Gross.
So she's been around. and Tom loves her.
Do you think she's seen the
He
transformation?
loves her.
Think he's seen the transformation to the Elephant Man, or she has rather?
Oh, that was the seal. That's
Cooper
what
does
seals
that.
the deal.
Is that what he does on the first date?
Yeah,
probably.
You ever seen me transform into the Elephant Man?
Check this out, guys. Check it out. I'm the Elephant Man now.
He looks nothing. No, you look like Bradley Cooper making a stupid face.
Yeah, I mean, because
That's
that's
what he
the
looked like to
thing.
me.
Yeah, still looking hot. Although he's become less hot lately, I've noticed.
Does Arena have any kids?
Yeah, with him, right?
Hopefully
with Bradley Cooper. Yeah.
Just the one, though, right?
Cooper's baby. Yeah.
So he picked up a -2 in kids and a +6 in years. That's not a bad trade.
Yeah, but they're still his kids, aren't they? I mean, they're not her kids from Giselle's kids.
Oh, so this is the girl that Bradley Cooper dumped to nail Lady Gaga. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. But can you blame them? Everybody in the United States wanted to see him plow into that.
They can still. I'm serious. If their careers start flagging at the same time, you know they're doing a pay-per-view, because I would say him nailing her on pay-per-view is probably worth $100 million. If they advertise that it's in the butt, it's $200 million.
Cooper and Gaga?
Yeah.
Yeah, but come on, show some respect. Now is not the time. She's in mourning.
If they cut a deal with a network to get the movie played,
Yeah, that's
right,
before the
She's in
pay-per-view.
mourning. She's in mourning for Tony Bennett, so this might be the perfect time because
she's in mourning?
Somebody's
Yeah.
got to comfort her.
Gone too soon.
By the way, I did.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And I got to give a lot of credit to CBS for rerunning the show with Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga like Saturday night after he
Oh
died.
no! Did they really? Are you kidding?
Which I swear has been like the most rerun special. They're always rerunning it.
And
But I
Tony
feel like,
has no
I feel like
idea where he is.
No, and some executives like, "Hey, Bennett died. Rerun that thing again." It's like, oh my god.
Oh, it's dreadful.
Opportunist.
Don't you
And he
seem like
really
it's
was like a comet at
93?
the end of his life. He was just blazing across the sky.
Didn't someone else die?
Sure, somebody else died.
No, I think there was another celebrity obituary.
You better figure it out quick.
I don't know who it is.
That is just beyond your reach.
All those who aren't as well known are indeed.
We all miss you very much.
I do miss you. Goodbye.
Whoever you are.
All right, let's go off the live stream.
Did you see Mitch Albom's column, by the way?
I saw the headline, and that was enough.
All I'm going to say is there were a lot of eyes in that story.